What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Liz, and I make lifestyle, minimalism, and vegan types of videos here on this channel. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today's video we're going to be talking about finances, because if you are not following along with my videos, for the month of March I am not spending any money, and I'm going to be trying to save as much money as possible this month. But with that, I also wanted to talk about things like credit, finances, budgeting, how I save so much money, and things along that line for the remainder of this month. The reasoning for this is because there are a lot of things that I have learned about finances from reading books, listening to talks, just Googling myself, just researching online. The internet is a great place to learn about things that I wish I knew when I was younger. Things that I wish I knew when I was 16, 17, and I just started working and was not saving any of my money, was not doing anything responsible. And I know that I have a varied audience of ages, and I would like to make these videos for those of you that are younger, that are looking for this information, because I remember that when I was younger, nobody was teaching me these things. Nobody taught me this stuff in high school. Nobody even taught me this stuff in college. The only way I would learn this in college is if I took a finances course. And these are things that people should know. They're things that you definitely should know after graduating high school, because that throws you into the world of loans and student loans. So there is so much information that I would love to share with you guys. So if you are up for that, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. To avoid throwing so much information in your face at once, we're going to break these videos up into smaller, easier topics to digest. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about credit, how to get it, why you should get it, and how to keep your score high. So without making this intro too long, let's just hop into the video. So if you're a complete newbie when it comes to credit and you know absolutely nothing, then this video is going to be super helpful for you. Starting with why you should have credit. Why is it important? Why do you need it? What is it going to be used for in your future? And the most basic thing that it comes down to is loans. Anytime you need to apply for a loan, any type of loan, your credit score is going to be checked. And depending on how high your credit score is, depends on how much money the bank will lend you and how high your interest rate will be. If you're a younger person, the kind of loans that you're going to be experiencing are student loans and possibly apartments, home loans, car loans. And you want to be working on a high credit score, so when it comes time to apply for those loans, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to get enough money? Credit is also really important for apartments. So say there's two people applying for the same apartment and the landlord does a credit check. Odds are the person with the higher credit score is going to get that apartment, because it shows responsibility to the landlord, and the landlord trusts that person more, that they're gonna pay their rent on time just based on credit score. Certain jobs will also run your credit score, which is included in kind of like the background check that jobs will do. So now that you know what credit is used for, how do you get it? How do you start accumulating credit? How do you get started? The easiest way is just to go into your bank, whatever bank you have a checking account with, and walk in and say, hey, I'd like to apply for a credit card. You're going to need to know about how much money you make a year, which brings me to my next thing, is that I don't recommend getting a credit card until you have a steady income. So this is not a summer job. This is not a job that you just started, but it should be a steady flow of income. It can be part-time, it doesn't have to be full-time, but you need to have been there for a little while to know that it's going to work out, know that you're going to keep the job for an extended amount of time so that you can pay off your credit card. So if you go into your bank and you get approved for said credit card, I highly recommend looking into credit cards with low limits if you're just starting out. Anything lower than $1,000 is really all you're gonna need, and the lower the limit, the more it keeps you in check. And I also recommend, if it's your first credit card, try and find one that allows you to check your credit score with FICO for an unlimited amount of times. This is the personal credit card that I have, and it is super helpful if you're trying to build credit and you're trying to track your credit score, because otherwise, if you check it, it will drop your score. And then if you're just starting out with a credit card, I honestly suggest just using it for gas and nothing else at first, because you really don't want to get in the habit of racking up money on your credit card. I personally only use mine for gas and say food every now and then. So now that you know what credit's used for and you know how to get a credit card, how to keep your credit score high, which is super important, because if you get a credit card and you don't pay attention to your credit score and you're lowering it, it would have been better off for you just not to get one at all. So this is probably the most important part of this video, and you really have to have discipline and responsibility, because it is very easy to screw up your credit. The easiest thing that you can do to keep your credit score high is to have it for a length of time. So the longer you have your credit card, as long as you're making payments on time, your credit score will go up. This is why I suggest getting a credit card as soon as you get like your first full part-time job that you know you're going to work long term, because the longer you have your credit card, the higher your score will go. The second easiest thing you can do to keep your score high is to always make payments on time and make them for the full amount. You will not pay any interest on your credit card if you pay the full amount when it's due. I myself have done this. I am debt free. I've never paid a single penny of interest on my credit card, and it's great. I mean, who wants to pay extra for something that they've already purchased? The third thing you can do is not to exceed 30% of your limit. I usually stay way under 30%. I'm usually at like 20-25% of my limit, and I never really go over. By doing this, again, it shows responsibility to the bank. It shows them that you have self-control, that you don't have to rack up $1,000 every month, because if $1,000 is your limit, you have the capability of spending $1,000 on your credit card. And the last thing that you can do to keep your credit score high is to keep credit inquiries low. So this is anytime you apply for a loan, anytime you apply for anything where they need to check your credit score, it's considered a credit inquiry. And this is why I recommend the credit card where you can get unlimited FICO score checks, because that will not affect your credit score at all. You can check it multiple times a day if you want, and it will do nothing to your credit score. So that's pretty much it. There are other things that you can do to higher your credit score, but I think the ones that I covered are the easiest to implement, and they work. They are proven to work. They have worked for me. I have continuously been raising my credit score since I got it. It's never dropped down, and I've been doing it by following these tips. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see more videos on topics like this, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.